Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything on here, but that was mostly because I've been busy with life and school. Didn't really have time to make YouTube videos, but I wanted to change that here by introducing you to my 2003 Toyota Matrix with 290,000 miles. Now, before you click off the video and find something else to watch, let me just explain. This isn't any normal Matrix. Because first of all, I wouldn't be caught dead driving a normal Matrix, because yeah, pretty self-explanatory. But this car actually is an XRS model. So what that means is that this is a top trim, so you get all the features on this car. And it also comes with some pretty special trim only what do you call this, features, I guess. So it does get a 6-speed manual transmission, which is pretty good. Might not be all that special today, but in the early 2000s nobody had any 6-speed manual cars, unless if they were high performance. So kind of hinting towards that this is a high performance car, and it is with this. So if you don't know this motor, it's a 2ZZ-GE, a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder developed with Yamaha. Yeah, the same Yamaha that makes your recorders and your pianos and guitars, but also more notably it makes super fast motorcycles and super bikes. It also later co-developed the Lexus LFA's V10. So I'm sure Yamaha has a great portfolio of making really cool high performance engines, and this is no exception. So this particular car being made in 2003 means it has one of the more powerful ECUs that wasn't limited by emissions regulations. So this one is one of the more powerful matrices at 180 horsepower, and it revs to 8,500 RPM, which is basically S2000 territory. 180 doesn't sound like much until you realize that this car also doesn't weigh that much, and it's being sent to the front wheels. You can also find this engine in the Lotus Elise, which is like a mid-engined UK-based really nice handling sports car, and the Lotus Exige has a supercharged version of this engine. So now that you know a little bit about this car, we're going to take it out for a little spin, give you my thoughts about this car, and also highlight what's wrong with it, so you know what to expect in the future. So yeah, let's go do that, and I'll meet you in the car. Well, that's the first problem that this car has. Sometimes the starter doesn't engage. It cranks, but it doesn't engage, so sometimes you have to wait for it to do that. I'll try it again. Neutral. Oof. Come on. Never happened that bad before. Alrighty, yeah, this does have a little aftermarket muffler. It's a Flowmaster, I believe. While we get it warmed up, let's talk about some of the issues on this car. First of all, the shifter, super sloppy, as you can see. Like, there's so much play in it. Sometimes it's hard to get into gear. So we will be updating the bushings on the shifter side. This is a cable throttle car, like I said in the earlier in the video. So it does have that instant throttle response that I love, that you just don't get anymore with turbocharged cars. Another issue with this car, spark plugs need to be replaced. We're going to be doing that. Rear suspension is totally screwed. I think the rear struts are just too far gone. You can probably hear it rattling in the video. and the rear just bounces up and down on the freeway and stuff. Wow, look at that thing. That's a lowered dually. That's pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, if I go over this pothole, it just, the whole car like shudders over bumps, especially the rear. So we're gonna be replacing the rear struts and some other bushings and stuff. Front suspension's already done. We already did the power steering rack, tie rods, end links. Struts are still good. Control arm bushings are still good. So we replaced everything that was worn out on the front. So the front is actually pretty good. So the rear end we just have to do. But yeah, on-road manners, driving this car normally, the gearbox is super close ratio. So like I'm going 40, 45-ish right now in 6th gear at 2000 RPM. Yeah, it makes city driving super easy, because you can just stick it in 5th or 6th and just cruise. Let's see, there might be a bump here that'll show the rear suspension acting up. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear it in the video, but definitely not normal. It's a little harder to rev match downshift in this because there is no like rev hang because it is a cable throttle car. Also, the clutch is kind of squeaky. It's probably the pedal, like there's like some sort of clutch bushing. Horn doesn't work. Trace it down to, I think it's just the horn that's broken, so we're gonna try to replace it. And other than that, the rest of the things are just cosmetic stuff really. Paint's pretty faded. Front end is pretty chipped out, and the headlights are like the clear coat's peeling on the headlights too. So we're gonna be addressing pretty much all of those things to make it look nice. Alrighty, we're on the on-ramp. We're gonna see how she does. There's the VTEC. There we go. Holy crap. It's pretty gutless until after 6. But once you get past 6K, this thing actually like has a noticeable change in the the power department. That was crazy. We're gonna try that again. Definitely tell that the rear strut is kind of bouncing a little bit, but other than that, it's a great highway cruiser. Okay, we're going 45. We're gonna try doing a brake test here. Brakes are so good, I might have destroyed my camera. Whoops. Oh boy. Hope you're doing well, camera. I'm not gonna do that again, but yeah, brakes good, no warpage. I haven't checked the pad life or anything, so they're good enough. As you saw earlier, I don't even know, my phone is gone. My phone yeeted from those brakes. Okay, so overall driving impressions, it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun car to drive. It would benefit from an LSD. Floor it. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Oh, that sounded really bad. Yeah, rear suspension is trash. As you can see, the first gear pull that I just did there, trying to turn right. Since it's an open diff, that inside rear tire wanted to spin up. This would really benefit from an LSD. I believe you can get like a Celica 6-speed, like a Celica GTS 6-speed into here. That does have the LSD, or you can put one in yourself. Nothing. There it is. This thing sounds super buzzy.
seats aren't very bolstery. That is a downside to driving a Matrix. But what do you expect? It's a cheap hot hatch. Like, this was made to compete with the Civic Si. And this, honestly, like, stock for stock, this has a more exciting engine than the Civic Si. Granted, you can make 500 horsepower out of the K series, but if you just want that driving pleasure, this is the car that you should get. Okay, forgot about that. Handbrake doesn't work very well, as you can see. So that happened, but yeah, as you can see, it's a great car. It just needs some love. For it being at 294, almost 300k, it's in great shape. I mean, like, besides for the maintenance and stuff, and like, this car has like this car is so much more practical than what you would normally get. Like, it has a hatch, so like if you just have groceries that you want to put in, boom, put all your stuff in there. If you have a long like piece of plywood, or like a 2x4 or something, just stick it out the back, and you still have your conventional trunk, as you can see. I will be cleaning this, but it has a completely plastic floor. There's storage space here, storage space in there as well. Seats fold down, completely flat, so you basically have like an insulated truck bed, as you can see, like that. And another thing that Toyota did with this car, for some reason, it has a little tray, like a laptop tray, food tray. You can eat off of this. You can kick your feet up if you're small enough. And it also has cup holders down here, as you can see. It's just great, super practical. Like, if you didn't need all-wheel drive, I'd probably have this.
So yeah, look forward to the upcoming content that I have for this car. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff to this thing, fixing it up, you know, making it a super nice car for daily driving. But also look forward to some other content with some other cars that I have. Obviously, Toyota, I'm not a huge Toyota guy. I'm more of a Subaru guy. So knowing Subarus, I'll probably have a lot of content planned out for those cars. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload videos for this car or for anything else. And yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good one, guys.